Hello, Revere High School. This is Jess Terrio with just some brief updates and things for you to keep in mind regarding our emergency plan here at the high school. For a fire or indoor safety risk, we would exit the building. You would move your class out of the building as quickly as possible, following your designated evacuation route that is posted in your room. If your typical route is blocked, you need to identify the next best route to use and which door you would be able to exit through, keeping in mind that it should be the fastest and safest route for you. Also keep in mind that other teachers and students will be altering course as well and trying to make alternate plans just like you. It's a good idea to try to discuss with all of your students ideas for a secondary route prior to any emergency so that they will be prepared, as well as yourself. Identify potential secondary routes and indicate them on the posters in your room. If you need new posters, please let any administrator know. Some updates that we received on the last fire drill that we had are that the School Street exit, which is located outside of the superintendent's office, needs to be clear. The students must cross the driveway and wait on the grass to the right. People cannot stand in the driveway as it blocks access to Revere High School for any emergency responders. That could be an ambulance, a fire truck, or a police car, so they need to make sure that the people are not blocking so that these people can get in to assist us should they need to. In the event that we ever should have an intruder or potential internal threat in the building, you need to plan for an emergency where you may have to secure in place due to someone that should not be in our building actually being in our building. You need to consider the setup of your classroom. You may need to make difficult decisions during a critical incident, and the more prepared your classroom is, the easier it may be for you should this time ever happen. During a secure in place, you may decide to lock your door and barricade it, which would mean to move as many large, heavy objects in front of it as possible. You might want to prepare your room now. Think about how your room actually looks and what you have in it. If you have a heavy filing cabinet in your room, consider moving it closer to the door so that you don't waste time in a critical situation. If you are on the first floor and a situation happens where you may need to exit through a window, do you know if your windows open and if you have a clear exit out of them? Test your windows to make sure you know which ones would provide access to outside. Also, think about the doors in your classroom, just like you would on a plane. Do you have alternate doors which you can use to exit should you need to? That's all I have for now. As I receive more information, I will provide it to you. And as always, if you have any questions, please stop me. Email me, call me, or you can speak to any other vice principal or administrator in the building. Thanks and be safe.